All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome into today's edition of In the Game. I am your host, Hustle, and as always, we're going to be diving into the markets, but more so, we're going to be diving into some of the biggest token launches coming through the door here in the next 30 days. And honestly, there's two in the next 2 weeks that you need to be on the lookout for. You can start farming them on airdrops. You can be ready. You can get involved in IDOs on these tokens using Bybit, one of our official sponsors. So guys, I'm going to go over a few of these tokens and why these are going to be the biggest opportunities heading into the next bull cycle due to the long vesting on a lot of these tokens. These terms could be a little foreign to you, but we're going to bring you through a lesson on why these newer gaming tokens are going to be the ones that potentially cook the hardest in the next bull cycle. So without further ado, let's get in the game. And as always, guys, drop down, hit that like button, and subscribe for more every single day here on In the Game and on one of the biggest crypto gaming channels on YouTube. We just hit 90,000 subscribers, so help us get to that 100,000 down below. Hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends where you're getting all the crypto gaming alpha on YouTube, as well as a shout out to all of our sponsors here on In the Game. And we have some amazing sponsors here on In the Game. We have 𝗙𝗘𝗥𝗖𝗓, we have Ultra, Vulcan Forged, Dream Quest. We have Redato, Game Starter, NordVPN, and we're welcoming two new sponsors onto the show this week. And two top tier sponsors. One, we were talking about this airdrop last week, and they actually just launched their token. Big time successful launch here for 𝗙𝗏𝗏. 𝗙𝗏𝗏 is like this third person hyper real, like hyper futuristic shooter. You can play player versus player with your friends, team up and go grab some wins. Like, this game looks absolutely phenomenal. And I'm going to be hosting the team this Saturday for an AMA. So be sure to be here for that because they have a lot of big plans. They have their ordinals drop coming up as well. So that's going to be awesome. And then, of course, we have Uncaged joining the In the Game fam as a sponsor. And you can actually jump in here coming soon on Google Play and the App Store. But I've actually played the game. You can sign up for early access and they'll actually start getting you in as the game rolls out. Obviously, they have been building since last cycle, and the game, like the concept, the game, the integrations, as you see here, they're now building on base. They have Solana on their side. You know, they're really pushing this game forward. And I think the updates that we'll share will give you plenty of updates from the last bull market. This was formerly Monkey Ball, Monkey League. So we will definitely be showing them some love, and a shout out to both 𝗙𝗏𝗏 and Uncaged for coming on as brand new sponsors on the show. All right. Let's jump into the main gist of the content today. And as you see here, so many tokens are launching in the next couple of weeks to couple of months. And there's Army of Fortune, Mavia, Blocklords, Arcade, 𝗙𝗏𝗏 just launched. We have Island from Nifty Island. I told you guys exactly how to go in there and farm that airdrop last week. We have Xborb, Mixmob, Portal, AI Arena, this is Block Games, Aether Games. We have Overworld, Age of Dying. Like, there's so many tokens launching here, and a couple of these are actually just on the cusp of launching. And I'm going to show you exactly how to get in front of these things, how to potentially farm and get airdrops for these and be ready for their launches, and the projections of the market caps behind some of these products, because there's some numbers that are pretty staggering. So let's go ahead and jump in here to the first one, which is Army of Fortune. So the Army of Fortune metaverse, this is 𝗙𝗏𝗏𝗏. They say 𝗙𝗏𝗏𝗏 veterans. They have Army of Tactics. So right now they have over 500,000 players, 3.5 million followers on their TikTok, which virality means a lot in gaming. And as you see here, the AFG token is actually going to be listed on Bybit here on the 30th. But more importantly, you can go in and you can subscribe to the potential Bybit IDO, which is happening this week. So you could get in early on this token through the Bybit IDO platform. So the IDO right now is live. You can go to this link on their Twitter. You can subscribe to the IDO if you're a Bybit user, and then you can go in and potentially participate in the early round here for the AFG token. But not only that, there are opportunities to farm this. you can play the game, and eventually you could swap the AFC that you get into the AFG token. So if you're actually playing Army of Tactics, which I have, for example, been kind of battling through here on my phone. Let me get over to the app here. But I have been playing some Army of Tactics on my phone here as it loads up. And you can eventually trade the soft currency in game to the hard currency, which is AFG. You can also farm the airdrop by interaction. You can jump in their Discord and start getting involved and do some of the quests. And then you're actually going to get involved with the airdrop here. They also have an NFT collection, the Founders Keys. Those are going to receive airdrops as well. This one, based on the diluted market cap that the tokens were sold at in the pre-stage rounds, and the additional funding they've taken on. As we see here, Army of Fortune has raised an additional $3 million in private funding by Animoca Brands. I think on the low end, and like I said, based on what they were selling early rounds at, I think that this is potentially going to be a multi-$100 million fully diluted market cap whenever it launches. And personally, as Army of Fortune, the next product rolls out, this is very long vesting on these tokens as well. Like, I think this one's going to do very well in the next cycle. Mobile gaming, super popular. We all know that. And on top of that, I think the tokenomics favor this next bull market, because most of the big investor unlocks won't be completely playing out until after the 2025 cycle. So I'm very bullish on the AOF token, the AFG token. And like I said, if you aren't on Bybit, down below, sign up for Bybit, head over to the IDO platform. You can actually get involved with the AFG IDO as we speak. Next on the list, and so this one launches January 30th, okay? The token goes live, as we see here, on January 30th for trading. So we'll definitely update as that comes up. The next one that we are looking at is Heroes of Mavia. They have a couple of big catalysts coming up, and I got some alpha here from the team, all right? You're going to want to download this game on release date, and you're going to want to at least put in 20, 30 minutes of time into that. I promise you it will be worth your time to do so leading up to the token launch, as we see here. So first of all, the first event for this ecosystem is the official worldwide release. So I have access to the game on my phone. I've been testing it. I've been playing it. And honestly, it's the game that I've put the most time in as far as crypto Web3 games. So Heroes of Mavia on iOS and Android app stores on January 31st. So the day after Army of Tactics token launches, you're actually going to see Heroes of Mavia with their global launch. And they have a huge rollout plan. They signed with Kick Streaming. They're with different esports organizations. So I'm really excited to see their rollout here. As far as virality, I think they have all the tools to kind of get this thing out there in front of big hands and in front of big streamers. And then they have the token launch coming on February 6th, a week later. So the exchange and listing partners are to be announced in the coming days. You can assume, they're backed by Binance Labs. I assume this will be on Binance pretty quickly, Bybit, KuCoin, all those big exchanges. And maybe we even see this on Coinbase sooner than later. So I think that they are, once again, like, this is going to do really well. And if you look at the potential diluted market cap here, this is the NFT collection. The NFT collection, not including the epics and the rares. You can the epics and the legendaries. The market cap of the NFT collection is 32 million. So you kind of take that into consideration. The token's going to be much larger than that. I mean, maybe a 10x of that. A few hundred million, I think, is very safe for Mavia as well. So I genuinely think that these tokens, AFG and the Mavia token, are going to launch at a couple $100 million fully diluted market cap, which is going to do absolutely crazy numbers for their early investors. But like I said, you can still get involved with the IDO on Army of Fortune, and then you can farm the airdrop there. And like I said, if you aren't invested in Mavia, you don't have a vested interest in it at this point in time, download the game on the 31st and play it. That's all I can tell you for now, because you will be thanking me that I got you this alpha early. Okay. So play the game in that week lead up to the token launch, and something special might come your way. And on top of that, the Mavia lands do get an airdrop. And there were plenty of stakers out there that were staking for these airdrops. Now every land plot gets an airdrop allocation. So very bullish for what they are doing over at Heroes of Mavia. And then on top of that, guys, we have the Blocklords token coming up, which is now doing a game drop. You can actually jump into the Blocklords ecosystem here. Sorry for the lag there. We can actually hop into the Blocklords ecosystem here and start farming this as well. The game drop today is a pivotal moment. It kind of gives you the steps of what you need to get asset bonuses, different game bonuses, etc. For their official coin, the Lords token. So that is another one that is coming through the pipeline here very, very soon. As we see here, Block Games. I'm super excited about Block Games. They have so many games already underneath their ecosystem, lots of quality partners. Team is top notch, like one of the best teams I've seen in Web3 gaming. So from our Block TGE to further expanding the network, they have their tokenomics, app launch, which has already happened. They have the waitlist, app updates, big announcements, pre-sale, airdrop to the Block Games DICE holders. So there's going to be a pre-sale for DICE holders, and there's going to be an airdrop out to DICE holders, as well as the TGE. So this is another one to definitely be on the lookout for. And then last but not least, in the short term, like in the next month or so, we have 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. They just closed another private round with a $4.8 million raise. They're backed by KuCoin Labs. They have Crypto.com. They have all the big backers that you could look for as far as, backing this platform. This one's being slept on, in my opinion, and I think 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 has a lot of potential in the future. So those are a short list of some that right now you can take action on. Mainly the ones I'm preparing for the most are Mavia and AFG. I think that these are no-brainers. They're both going to do super well, and their teams have great strategies to keep this token value accrual like very high. The game is going to be like across so many people's hands and on their devices and on streams, etc. with Mavia. So those are two that I'm super, super hyped for. I'm farming the airdrops. I'm doing everything I can. I have Mavia lands. I have Army of Fortune keys. So, these are things I've been looking for a long time. And I think that these two mobile products launching in it's the 25th. So it's launching in the next like 11 days. Both of these tokens, I'm really stoked to see where these things go. And actionably speaking, there are things you can do to go get allocations in these products before they even go live. So those are the tokens I'm looking out for. But everyone here, like Endless Clouds, Gunzilla, Kororo Beast, Age of Dino, Overworld, Space, Vendetta. We have My Pet Hooligans token. We have Mix Mob. We have Island, which people are actively farming right now. So, and like I say in this tweet, this list is long, but these are all primed to be big winners in the next bull market. And let me explain, because of the long vesting periods, okay? Right now, teams saw last cycle that if you do short vesting, people are just going to dump the tokens and they're going to move on, right? So what they've been doing now with these rounds, except for like community rounds, they're shorter lockups. The big VCs right now in this market, it's typically no tokens at TGE. And if there is, it's 5% or 10% of their invested tokens at TGE. So it would have to 10x for them to get their money back up front. And then it's typically somewhere between a 3 to 6 month cliff, which means they don't see any more tokens in their wallets for 6 months or 3 months. After that, it's usually right now on all the decks that I'm seeing, 12, 18, or even 24-month lockup periods. Every month, they just get a small bit of tokens. So like a linear unlock. If you do the math on that, that takes us well into 2026 for a lot of these tokens to be like fully vested in these VCs and big investors to get all their tokens to be able to dump. So that's why I see all of these tokens, majority of them, I have seen the decks, I have seen the tokenomics, and these things have a lot of potential to do really good numbers heading into the next cycle. And then, looking out for tokens, we called this one Play Ember. The MB's launched today, minted out in about 7 minutes or so, or maybe even a little less. And as we see here, the trading volume's been solid. This was a free mint, which is now worth 0.33 Ethereum. So shout out to anyone who took action, got on this whitelist, and was able to mint. A couple that I'm looking forward to now. We have Paleo AI. This is an AI gaming experience, also going to be launched by 𝗙𝗡𝗟𝗏, which did launch Play Ember. They also launched Age of Dino. They also launched Overworld. 𝗙𝗡𝗟𝗏 mints are absolutely printing ETH right now. Not printing money. They are printing ETH for the people who can get on these whitelists. This is the next whitelist I would grind. Other ones I'm looking forward to. This is super exclusive. It's also launched on 𝗙𝗡𝗟𝗏. 88 supply. The Mavia black cards, My Angry Yakuza Girlfriend. The 88 supply black cards will be minting on 𝗙𝗡𝗟𝗏 on the 30th. This is going to be awesome. It gives you licenses to different things in the ecosystem. So I'm looking forward to that one. If you're like somehow able to get your hands on it, that one's going to do really well, in my opinion. And then last but not least, 𝗦𝗛𝗢𝗥𝗢. This is one that's coming up. They have a lot of cool things in the works. They have great backing, great community. Great team. And I got in on the pre-sale on this. They are doing pre-sales across different communities. And if you're able to get your hands on this one, I also think this will do well. So the next NFTs I'm looking for, we gave you the tokens I'm looking out for that are launching. Now I'm looking forward to the NFTs, Paleo AI, Mavia, and 𝗦𝗛𝗥𝗢𝗙. Now, I'm going to go over a few tokens that right now I think are good accumulations and had some big news this week. But first and foremost, I want to give a big shout out. We have had an amazing launch on our Discord server, in the game Discord server, private group where you can get all of my opinions, all of my tokens, my daily watch list, my entries and exits, as well as an overall gaming portfolio that I think can set you up for the next cycle. We have had great feedback. The users are asking questions. They're getting value out of it. And right now, we also have charting in the mix. We have Dylan and the Sniper team giving charts on all of our favorite gaming tokens. On top of that, we also have the sports betting, which we have 10 wins and 2 losses over the first week here in the Discord. So we're absolutely crushing it over there. And I believe we will be sending out some new positions here pretty soon as far as accumulations and trading signals. So guys, if you want to make money with Hustle and Dylan and get all the charting, get all the information, ask your questions, get private sessions, live sessions with me, myself, to ask all of your crypto gaming questions, hop in the Discord. The link is down below in the description for all of your setups, trading, portfolios, everything you need in the crypto gaming space under one roof, and it's direct access to me. So guys, check out the 𝗙𝗡.com link down below and hop in the game Discord. And I promise you, it's one of the highest value gaming Discords in the space. Now, let's look at the market really quickly. Bitcoin's right under 40. It did kind of bounce back a bit a couple days back after kind of really having some scary dips. We'll see. I'm not bullish in the short term. I think we still see some chop, maybe some trading downwards, but otherwise, I'm very bullish long term. And I think that still accumulations are ripe at this stage. Right now, some I'm looking at accumulating would be 𝗙𝗏𝗟𝗏𝗡. Right now, it's at a $22 million market cap. They just announced a partnership today with Immutable ZK EVM, which is powered by Polygon. So 𝗙𝗏𝗟𝗏𝗡 is pushing forward so many partnerships. They're with Scale. They're with Creo Engine. They're now with Immutable. As we see here, they have over 10 years of game experience, raised over 7.75 million in anticipation of the 𝗙𝗏𝗟𝗏𝗡 launch. So they're using the Immutable ZK EVM here. And on top of that, talk about hype. Portal and 𝗙𝗏𝗟𝗏𝗡 are now integrating. So we can't wait for you to play games like this alongside 200 more via the Portal platform. So Portal linking up here with 𝗙𝗏𝗟𝗏𝗡. I'm very bullish. I think that this is undervalued and will do super well in the next cycle. I also think Altura is cheap right now, $33 million market cap. It's hovering between 4 and 5 cents. Good level for long-term accumulation. They just partnered up with WAGMI Games and built them a white label NFT marketplace where they can have their own marketplace right inside the game, right inside their web app. And on top of that, they can use the WAGMI Games token as currency. You guys know I'm super bullish on both WAGMI and Altura, so this just makes a lot of sense to me. So I love to see that. I think that this has gotten pretty cheap, and it's getting bought up as we speak, actually. If you look at this weekly chart, it looks like this was the local bottom, 0.003738. And with playable games, the diluted's high, but this is going to take a long time to dilute. I still think it has 10x left in it heading into the next cycle, and that would put it at a $230 million circulating market cap. This is still very cheap at 23 million. And long term, I think playable has so much in store for growth. Another one I think is getting beat up a little too hard and is oversold is Senate. Senate got up to like a 25 million market cap. Now it's back down to a $14 million market cap. And if you guys haven't, go check out the Zena app. This is also one of the best mobile games I've played so far. It's very well polished. You can download it on the regular app store right now, XENNA. Go check this out because they have so many gaming experiences underneath the 𝗨𝗏𝗏 umbrella, but this is just one of them, and you can hop into it on your mobile device. This is a mobile gaming show today, basically, but definitely go hop into Zena, and you won't regret it. Another one that's on mobile is Honeyland. This one I also think is a little bit oversold. If we take a look here, it has gone this week from 17 to 15, but over the month we saw here this big rise and then this big dip here. And I just think this has gotten a little oversold. Early profit takers are definitely taking profits out, but they just launched raffles, and you can see right here with the community sentiment behind that. Like, you can risk one Honeyland token or like 50 Honeyland tokens, and you could potentially get ultra rare lands here. Like, as you see, he won an Extreme Summit land in a Play Honeyland raffle. So he won with 50 tickets. He got the Extreme Summit winner here. And these lands are going for anywhere from 10 plus Solana. So like, imagine making 10 Solana just off of an entry from 50 HXD tokens. So this has been added to the game, and people are really gravitating towards it. And then a quick hit of tokens after this that I'm also thinking are very good accumulations based on market cap and how much they've dipped. Dubs has taken over a 60% hit from its recent all-time high. That's way too much in my opinion. And the announcements to cap off Q1, the amount of games integrating with Dubs on their wagering platform, just makes sense to me to keep accumulating this thing at a 30 million market cap. And this one's also fully diluted, so no token unlocks to hit this one. I'm super bullish on Based. I think that Winner, Inspect, and Compete, those are the other ones after the ones we priorly spoke about. So the good accumulations to me today are Katana Inu, Altura, Playable, Senate, Honeyland, Dubs, Based, Winner, Inspect, and Compete. Those are the short list of tokens that I'm looking at today to potentially keep stacking up. And I think in the future, you're going to see these things do very, very well and have a high chance of a 10x or more heading into the next cycle. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, the highest circulating market cap that's on this list that I just gave you was $30 million. So very, very low cap tokens with high potential of growth. So go check all of those out and let me know your comments on which ones you're accumulating in this market. Because whenever the market's moving rampant, I'm very like, I'll swing trade some stuff, but I'm about when the market's steady, when the market's sideways, when people are freaking out about the Bitcoin dips, that's when I accumulate the low cap, under the radar projects to really ride up in the bull. We did that this last, few months before this gaming run. We loaded up all the small caps, and that really paid off for us. So this is one of those times. It's time for accumulation out there, and that's what we're doing. Quick shout out to a few of our sponsors really quickly. We have NordVPN. NordVPN is offering a huge discount plus 4 extra months. So secure your connection. If you're navigating through crypto, protect your IP address, protect your data. Go ahead and block malicious websites, trackers, and ads, and watch your home content safely while traveling. And especially if you're like in an airport or something like that, like, use a VPN. Don't connect to their network and like use all like the data that you're feeding it. Just please be safe when you're navigating crypto. Use a VPN. We have an exclusive deal with NordVPN down below in the description. And then our other sponsors here on the channel for today that we're going to give a shout out. We have Dreams Quest. They've been building hard during this bear market, just like I said, Uncaged has. And they just released a new devlog, new combat animations. They have changes to attributes, improved dialogue editor, updated equipment stats, changes, implementation, bug fixes, and more. So you can hop in here and check out that devlog here on their official Twitter or on dreams.quest. That is our betting sponsor on the show, our GambleFi shows every single weekend. And like I said, we're 10-2 on our sports bets on the In the Game Discord to start off the GambleFi section. And shout out to 𝗙𝗟𝗥𝗖𝗔𝗡.com. They're the official sponsor of the GambleFi show. Today, I will give you a pick. All right, I will give you a pick, and this is sponsored by 𝗙𝗟𝗥𝗖𝗔𝗡.com. I'm 10-2 on the Discord server. So if you want more winning picks on the GambleFi side and winning picks on the crypto side, like I said earlier, be sure to hop over in the Game Discord and come absolutely rake in the cash on the GambleFi with us. But without further ado, and obviously nothing is ever financial advice. I'm not a professional bettor, so don't get that misconstrued either. We're just having some fun. I have a history of sports betting in the past, and I do believe I have an edge there. So what we're taking today, a little bit of a plus money parlay. I'm going to go with the Dallas Stars parlayed on the money line with the Edmonton Oilers. So this will pay you like plus 120 odds. So that means if you bet 500, it'll pay 600. So you get 1,100 back for your 500. So think of it as like it's like a parlay is like a leverage trade. So if you hit your picks on those, you have to win both games, then you can get that payout. So 500 pays 1,100. So that's what we're going to take today. Dallas Stars, Edmonton Oilers, money line parlay. I know these terms are all foreign to people out there, but you'll get the hang of it as we continue to go on with the GambleFi shows, guys. So, all right. Big shout out to all of our sponsors on the In the Game channel. And I'm going to hop out of here for the day. Leave your comments down below. What are you accumulating? What new token launches are you most excited for? As always, I am Hustle. I will see you on the next one. Like the video and subscribe. And as always, play well, my friends.